Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be the solo monk GR20 guide for season 16, showing you how to complete it and get that Hadrig's Gift 6-piece set. So let's get into it. Alrighty, first off, there's a couple general tips that I like to give for these GR20 videos, but I like to dive into the content as fast as possible instead of going over them in every single video. So make sure and read down in the video description for a couple of those general tips when it comes to this GR20 process. But yeah, Monk wasn't too bad. It was pretty easy. And the starter set for Monk in Season 16 is Uliana, which you're only going to get the 4-piece bonus, so you're but you actually get a damage multiplier with Uliana, so that is nice. And also, by the way, at the end of this video, towards the end, I will show my first-person view of playing and clearing the rift extremely easily, and that's even with handicapping myself. But yeah, so every third hit of your spirit generators applies Exploding Palm. So as you're attacking with like your left click, like your main generator, every third hit is going to apply Exploding Palm automatically. Now, the 4-piece is your 7-sided strike, deals 777% of its total damage with each hit. So it's just a big buff to 7-sided strike. So you're going to want to be using that once you clump things up and have Exploding Palm applied to mobs. You're going to want to use your 7-sided strike, and it does a lot of damage, especially in like a low level GR20. So diving into the build, there's a lot of moving parts here that you can kind of play with, but I went with physical just because I liked that 7-sided strike the best, and then I just kind of spam the Exploding Palm physical one if I have the spirit for it. So for left click, I went with Crippling Wave Rising Tide just to try and generate, it's basically just to generate and apply Exploding Palm. So you're going to want to use this basically anytime you're not full spirit or if you're waiting for 7-sided strike to come off cooldown. Dashing Strike, Radiance, it's just going to increase, you know, gain 15% increased attack speed. It's just going to help me apply Exploding Palm quicker with my left click and charge my spirit just a little bit faster. For ability 1, we went with Mystic Ally, the physical rune again, just to, it's basically like a big heal button. So if you see yourself losing life, you get to like 25% health, you just pop that. If you're playing on softcore, you can play around with that and try something else if you like. Exploding Palm is the flesh is weak. It's just to kind of, again, buff enemies hit, take 15 additional damage. So you go ahead, apply it to elite packs, and then they're going to get hit a lot harder by your abilities. Mantra of Conviction is, again, just another damage buff. Every time that you are engaging mobs, you're going to want to hit that mantra to get that active effect, which is damage bonuses increased to 16% for 3 seconds. Then the main damage dealer is the 7-sided strike, Sustained Attack. It's the physical rune, and you're going to want to basically spam that on cooldown when you have mobs grouped up. For the passives, I went with Near Death Experience because I play hardcore. If you play softcore, feel free to swap that out for something else. Went with, there's really not, there's a lot of leeway in the passives here. These are just the ones that I went with, but you can play around with these as you see fit. There's really nothing here that's super mandatory. Beacon of Etar, that's just so I can do my 7-sided strike more often. Momentum is a really good damage buff because I find that it's almost permanently up. You just got to make sure, like, as you move around, you'll see that this momentum buff on the bottom left, that means your damage is buffed. So, and then you'll see that it keeps refreshing right there, it refreshed. And then it also is applied by Dashing Strike. So what I like to do is Dashing Strike into the elite pack, and then boom, I get that damage buff. So it's just a big damage buff using the momentum passive. And then Exalted Soul is just going to help me keep my spirit up. It's going to help regenerate and increase the maximum spirit. Not mandatory, but it makes the rift flow just a little bit better. As far as gear, really not a whole lot to talk about in a build like this. You know, just the 4-piece set and a bunch of random rares. You can feel free to just care about toughness in your gear. You don't have to put emeralds in your like pants and armor. I just went with diamonds to get more toughness because I don't really need more damage. I completed the rift with like 7 or 8 minutes left, so, and that's with no pylons, no follower, nothing in the cube, no paragon, so you should be able to smash this GR20 with a breeze if you play like this. You could put an amethyst in the helm. If you're on softcore, go ahead and throw a diamond in there. You know, why not help yourself do the 7-sided strike a little bit more often? But yeah, so Like, trying to think if there's anything else I need to go over. But yeah, the general rotation of the build is just to keep your Mystic Ally up. Use that as a heal button. You're going to want to apply Exploding Palm to things while your 7-stride strike is off cooldown. You're going to want to use your left-click generator when your spirit is low. And you're going to want to kind of dash into mobs to get that momentum buff. And then, you know, start applying Exploding Palm. Make sure everything's applied. And then, boom, hit your 7-sided strike. And it does a lot of damage. So I basically one-shot the RG when I got to the RG. I kind of ran around for a little bit and then showed just boom, he's dead. If I remember right when I was playing the Rift. But yeah, now I'm going to get into the part of the video where I show myself actually clearing the Rift, my first-person view, and I speed it up just a little bit so that it flows a little bit better and you're not stuck watching it for 10 or 15 minutes or anything. But as far as benchmarks to hit, you can go for like 450 to 500,000 sheet damage. Anywhere in there, you should be fine. Toughness, anywhere over 7 million, you should be fine. Especially if you're using the cheat death passive. So, yeah. No Paragon points were used. Nothing in the cube. No follower. No pylons. No legendary gems. Nothing like that. And I was able to crush the GR20, so you should be fine. But you know, let's get into the part where I actually show my first-person view.
I wish you luck, hero.
Not ready yet. I don't have enough spirit. The guns strike through me. Not yet recharged. Brave beneath the endless tide. I must wait the guns strike through me. My injuries are less severe. Feel the wrath of Newton! Your strength fails. The endless tide. The gods strike through me.
Alrighty, that's going to do it for this video on the solo GR20 for Monk in Season 16 with the Uliana set. If you have any questions, drop it down in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. As always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Good luck in Season 16. Peace.